What if I told you there's a book, not written by any human, but handed down by an angel to the very first man? It's a book that's rumored to hold all the secrets of creation, the names of power, and even the wisdom to see into the future. Well, today, we're going to crack it open.
And right from the get-go, this book does not mess around. It just comes right out and says it with this incredible, bold statement. It's basically claiming, hey, I'm the real deal, a direct line to divine knowledge.
So that's the big question we're diving into, isn't it? What kind of secrets are we talking about here? What knowledge could possibly be so important, so powerful, that it had to be handed down directly from heaven to earth? Well, let's find out together.
Okay, so first up, a gift from an angel. Let's start with where this book supposedly came from, its legendary origin story. We're talking about a serious moment of divine intervention. So the story goes like this. After Adam was kicked out of paradise, he spent, get this, 130 years repenting. And after all that time, he prayed for knowledge. God's response? He sends the angel Raziel down with this very book. It was kind of a gift of reconciliation. But here's what's really wild. This wasn't just some spiritual self-help guide. People believed for centuries that just having a copy of this book in your house could literally protect it from fire and other disasters. That's some serious power.
All right, let's dig a little deeper into the foundation of all this wisdom. Now, you might think a book from an angel would be packed with, magic spells and secret incantations. But its first and most important secret is something completely different.
The book basically says, look, before you can even begin to understand the universe, you have to get your head right. It's all about your mindset. It's not just what you know, it's how you approach that knowledge. The real power doesn't come from chanting secret words, it comes from your own spiritual state. And what is that mindset? Well, the book is crystal clear. The secret is reverence of the Lord. Reverence, that's the master key. It unlocks everything else in the text. It's the foundation for all the other crazy mysteries we're going to get into, the secrets of creation, the names of power. Without it, the book says this knowledge is totally inaccessible and maybe even dangerous. And this isn't just some vague, abstract idea. The book actually breaks it down into a practical system. Think of it like this. If you want to show love, you make a burnt offering, a total sacrifice just for God's glory. If you have a petition, something you're asking for, that's a peace offering, which is more for your own benefit. But reverence, that's linked to the sin offering. That's about acknowledging you've messed up and need deliverance. It's about truly recognizing a power that is way, way bigger than you are. All right, so now that we've got that foundation of reverence locked in, the book starts to peel back the layers on the secrets of creation itself. And it does this in a really fascinating way, by revealing how the universe is basically encoded into the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. First up is the letter Shin. See, the book explains that these aren't just letters for writing words. They're cosmic forces. They're the building blocks that were used to create reality as we know it. So Shin, this is the letter of fire. And it's linked to the patriarch Jacob. The book makes this really cool connection. Remember how Jacob wrestled with an angel of fire? Well, Shin is that fiery, transformative energy. And get this, even the shape of the letter has meaning. It has 3 branches, which correspond to the 3 different names Jacob had in his life. It's this incredible symbol of spiritual growth and change. Okay, next up we have the letter Daleth. And this one, well, it has a completely different vibe. Daleth is all about judgment. It's tied to the patriarch Isaac and, interestingly, the planet Mars. The symbolism here is really powerful. It's said to represent the back of the neck, the point of sacrifice. That's a direct callback to Isaac's near-death experience on the altar. You combine that with the link to Mars, and you get this energy of heat, anger, and even divine wrath. It just goes to show how these letters cover all aspects of life, even the tough ones.
And that brings us to the final letter in this set, Yod. It might be the smallest letter, but don't let that fool you. It holds the secret to the very beginning of everything.
So Yod is tiny, but it's packed with power. It's linked to Abraham, and its small size is meant to represent humility. But here's the kicker. It's also the number 10, which is the foundation for all other numbers. The text says the entire universe was created with 10 divine commandments, or utterances. That makes Yod the fundamental building block of reality. It's like the very first spark of creation. So we've seen how these individual letters are like cosmic building blocks, right? Well, now the book takes us to the next level, the names of power. It starts to reveal how, when you combine these letters into sacred names, you can gain a much deeper understanding of and even influence over creation itself.
72. That's the number. According to the book, there are 72 of these sacred signs, or names. And they weren't just figured out by someone, they were given by the Archangel Michael himself.
And we're not just talking about regular names here. Think of them more like keys. The text claims this is the wisdom Adam used to name every single creature on Earth, and that implies he understood their true essential nature. So the idea is, by speaking these names like Yahu or Yeli or Siat, a person who was worthy could literally understand and influence the fabric of creation. Wild stuff.
But all this power brings us to a really important final part of the book, a book for the worthy. This is the big warning. This is not knowledge you can just play around with. It comes with some very, very strict conditions.
There's a line that just cuts right to the heart of it all. This book proclaims the secret of Raziel, but only to the humble. I love that. The secrets aren't hidden away in a vault somewhere. They're proclaimed. They're out in the open. But they're only accessible if you have the right character. If you're arrogant or disobedient or rebellious, the book says we'll find absolutely nothing of value here. It's all about being worthy, not just being smart.
And it even gives a step-by-step guide for how to prepare yourself. These are supposedly the instructions that Adam gave to his son Seth. Step 1, bathe in purity. You got to be clean physically and spiritually. Step 2, work with humility and fear. You have to have a deep respect, a deep reverence for the kind of power you're dealing with. And finally, step 3, act without being guided by spirits. This means you have to act from your own true inner guidance, not because some other force is telling you what to do.
So in the end, what are we left with? Is the Book of Raziel a literal divine key to the universe handed down from an angel? Or is it a really profound, incredible human attempt to find meaning in all of life's mysteries? Whether it's a genuine angelic text or a beautiful, complex work of human mysticism, it really represents that timeless search we all have for understanding, that deep desire to decode the secrets of the world and figure out our place in it all. So I'll leave you with that question to chew on. What do you think it is?